Hey guys, this is KaffeineGaming, and this is Sheltered. So Sheltered is, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna play a quick game to show this off a little bit. You can customize your family here. You've got all sorts of different colors that you can choose. I'm gonna leave everything as default, at least for right now. I'm gonna choose, I think, Courageous as my trait to get started here, and choose a different, let's see, stat set, I think. Let's see, Troubled would probably be a good idea. We're gonna make her violent, and the reason, I don't know why this is violent, but essentially you see my strength and dex are really strong here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Steven is going to be the next one. I'm going to go ahead and choose Courageous again. I think Street Smart will work for him. You can change the names, you can do all that kind of good stuff. No big deal. We're going to make him a small eater, and we're going to go ahead and up. Hyper works. And we've got another son named Scott. Now, what I'm choosing here is going to be Small Eater. It's the most helpful, and we're going to do Alert for him. Then you get to choose a cat, and the cat's name is going to be Billy. That works. We're not going to play this tutorial today. So, this is a post-apocalyptic survival game. Really not much else to say than that, but here's what happens. So, as you start playing this game, you have to do a variety of different things. And basically, there's a few things that you need to generate. Let's go ahead and take a suit. Come on, take a suit. There we go. I like to leave both of my kids. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh gosh darn it. You can zoom in and out. We're gonna upgrade our workbench to level 2. If you view the journal, you can kind of see that we have essentially we found the shelter, and they were forced to leave. They have some supplies, and now we can survive essentially by doing this. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and actually send out my folks right off the bat. Actually, wait, did I choose Laura? Okay. You can see here that there's a few places around the shelter, but if I zoom out here, you can see there's a bunch of different places that we need to explore. And we're gonna go ahead and send out one of our folks to go ahead and do that right now. And it's pretty important that we do this because we need supplies. So let's go ahead and just send her out. We do have parts to upgrade a system. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our people to work right now to fix up the shelter. And so here's how this works. I can actually rearrange the shelter. You can pick up things and move them. I'm going to do that to make a little bit more room, because we're going to need some extra space for things like the bed. I'm going to move the clipboard over. Actually can't move the food bowl or anything else. So there we go. So you can see here that we have a variety of things. We've got an air filter over here. You can accept radio transmissions and people will do stuff. We've got a water filter, so when it rains we'll get water into these water butts. We've got the workbenches where you can build stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. You've got your food dish for your cat. This is where your hazmat suits are. I always put them on the kids and have the kids do all the work around the house. You've got a clipboard that actually shows the integrity of all the items in your place. And we've got the generator, which is what you use to get electricity, of course. So let's see here. We've got leather, lenses, duct tape, and a paint can. I don't really need burnt clothes right now because we can't recycle anything at the moment. Now that we're done upgrading the workbench to level 2, I'll go ahead and show you guys. We've actually got level 2 or 2 tiers of things unlocked here. So tier 1, we've got quite a bit of stuff, but the big thing here is we actually want to go to tier 2. We want to make a toilet to start with. That'll work. We actually want to make a bed. So we're gonna put that here. Now the stuff nearby, now you can see he's getting tired, which we do not want. We don't have a bed made yet, so we're gonna have to wait. We actually want to make a second water butt. That's one of the big things that we need to get done. So essentially it will rain very soon. All right, so we want to take food if we can find food. That's going to be useful. I'm going to drop off the lens because we're not going to need those for a little bit. I'm going to drop off the paint. We'll take the paint can. And items will eventually refresh, so don't worry. A lot of people are getting tired. That's going to be a problem. Luckily, no one seems to pass out in this game. I do not think that this game is early access anymore, so that's also really good. The last thing we want to do is actually make a makeshift shower, so we'll have them do that as soon as they're done. I'm gonna go ahead and have the guy sleep. Now, from what I understand, the game is programmed to rain every 1 to 4 days, like every 1 to 4 days. Okay, who did I set that up to? Oh, there we go. We got a rabbit running by, so yeah, we'll want to do that. You may be tired, but I don't really care at the moment. I believe that tiredness makes it harder for them to do things, so. But you can see we only have 9 water. So up here you've got fuel, number of fuel that you have, number of water units, and number of food units, and then your percentage of oxygen. If these things break down, bad stuff starts to happen, so we'll want to avoid that. That is the cat. Cat reduces stress, so that's really good. Ooh, let's see here. We got 2 paint cans. I don't know if we want to take those with us. I think the water is probably going to be a little bit more important right now. Though once it rains, we'll probably fill up the water butts real quick. I don't think we can actually make oh, we can actually make a 3rd water butt, so we're going to do that right now. Because we really need to. Now you can see here that there's dirt and stuff, which we will definitely need to clean up soon. If you do not, basically rats will start to show up, and that's really, really bad. Alright, looks like our other person is home. You see that she really needs a shower. He's really tired. He's really tired. This is going to be a reoccurring problem for a little bit. Not much we can do until it rains. Okay, so you can see here we've got 20 out of 32 storage. Just go ahead and keep it. One thing hygiene will do is that when you try and eat, you can get sick. So that's a problem. We're actually gonna go ahead and set up another expedition with her. We only have 12. You can see we only have 12 water though, so actually we're not going to do that. We're just gonna relax for a little bit until it starts to rain. So you can see that each item now has integrity. You can actually view, like I think we said this, you can actually view that here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get her to fix the bed. Each thing actually uses water, so that's a big, big concern. Can you move? Thank you. No, oh my gosh. Alright, so you're pretty good at the moment, so why don't you move out of the way? Actually, why don't you scan for frequencies for right now? It's like no rain right now. It should rain within a couple days. We really, really need to have that done. You can see the cat's eating. You have to feed the cat every other day. One thing we really need to do is get a second shelter room, another shelter room going down at the bottom. Yeah, people won't pass out, luckily. Which is really good. But it does use food to do that. Now you do have a camper up here too, which is something you can use to travel quicker, which is something that would be really good if we can actually get that going. That will probably take a little bit of time though. Alright, we'll just relax here for a little bit. Laura is getting hungry, which we will want her to eat, but we don't want her to eat while it's so dirty. Here's an eyeball crying up here. It's so weird. You can, of course, actually fast forward as well. So that's awesome. Just gonna have him go outside and fix things. Stuff decreases rather quickly. Ah, finally. Okay, so rain on surface is really good because that allows us to pretty much do everything else. So actually, let's go ahead and have him drink some water and get that taken care of. Taking a shower uses water, using the toilet uses water. Pretty much everything uses water. So that's pretty important. And then when you travel, you actually need water. So we have 3 water butts. That should allow us to give it to 90 water, which should be enough for the amount of people that we actually have here. And hopefully it rains long enough to fill it up pretty quick. So when she's done, I'm gonna go have her eat food. Okay, actually, one thing we want to probably do is actually get a mop and bucket. So go ahead and get you to take a shower. Using the toilet, I think, uses 4 units of water. So it's pretty important. And it's really, really important that we get this place cleaned up. Let's go ahead and do that. Eventually we will have things like black rain, which is not good. So you can see here we have 0 contamination. Of course, I don't know if you actually saw that. I have 0 contamination right now. But it is possible that we can have more than that, which is also really, really bad. My guys are really, really tired and I don't think I can make a second bed yet. I don't have enough nails. Let's see here. I'm gonna put my guys to work. Once Laura is into the orange, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and have her use the bathroom and we're actually going to send her out. And do the same thing with Steven here. And this is basically what we're going to do. How are you doing? You're doing fine. Let's see here. Yeah, you're tired. I'm sorry for that. And, actually, can we actually send Steven? He's really tired. He should be fine though. And we're gonna send them out to down here. Now it's gonna take quite a bit of our water, but we need to send these guys out because we need to go find some supplies. Like, it's pretty much requirement right now. And hopefully we will get plenty of water while they are gone. Good thing it is still raining, so that's actually making me really happy. Someone's at the intercom. Oh yes, people will show up. This person needs some place to stay. We're gonna actually tell them no. We're gonna tell them no because we cannot afford to have any new people. And they may, she can actually, okay. Sometimes they will actually destroy your water filters and stuff like that. Because they're dicks and that's what they do. Okay, we got 50, almost 50 units of water, which is actually really good. That should be enough for the 2 people that are currently in here. And we shouldn't need to take a shower or drink anything for a little bit. We do want to keep an eye on and make sure everything is... Okay, so this is one of the things that can happen is you can actually run into people. So let's actually go ahead and see what's going on here. So here's our people, here's this other person. You, get your ass over here. Don't look around, move. All right, a please would be nice. It's a kill or be killed world, and the road to success is paved with the bodies of nobodies like you who can't go the distance. We're actually gonna go ahead and flee. So the reason we're going to flee is because if we get into combat and actually killed her, the stress of, okay, we're actually gonna go into combat. the stress level of these two would actually go up. They don't want to kill people. And I really don't want to take any damage. Gosh darn. Oh, she's trying to steal from us. Leave me alone. We may have to kill her if we go in for another one. Now, things like strength will increase after battles, but we really do not want to deal with that. It's really not worth it. Not right now, anyway. And you can actually see where they're at if you look at the map. Alright, let's go ahead and search. Let's see, what have we found down here? It looks like a small house, a florist, a church. There's a small pharmacy and a small house over there. That's really good. So the pharmacy is a big important thing that we needed to find, and I'm really glad we found it right off the bat there. So the pharmacy has things like drugs, but not the bad type of drugs, like anti-radiation drugs. Like we've got 5 of those. So that's really good. So let's go ahead. Okay, we have to approach strangers here. So if you do this, hello, damn this dust, right? And you can actually try to trade with people. Look, we can try to help each other out if you want to trade. They decided to reject me in that case, but you can sometimes trade. I know I'm clicking through the conversations really quick, but they're really not all that important. Now, let's go and take the teddy bear and the nylon. The mannequin head we would need to recycle, but we can't really do that. We also got duct tape and a motor, so that's actually really good. Now, the children that are in here, the reason that they're still here, you have to have at least one person. One of the reasons I don't send out the kids very often, they can basically just sit around and do the stuff around the house that we need them to do, which is really, really useful. Let's see here. We can paint, which I don't really care about right at the moment. One of the big things we need to do is actually find a motor and a hinge so we can get the small freezer. The small freezer will allow us to keep meat, so we won't just need to go out and find rations. Let's see here. How are these doing? Additionally, one of the reasons why I chose these guys to be small eaters is because it means they eat less food. That seems kind of like a dumb statement, but it's really important that we do that because we don't have a lot of food to start off with. All right, we got another person that's signaling us. What do they want? What's up? Again? All right, let's go ahead and see if we can actually flee the first time around this time. Good. Like I said, we do not want to get involved if we don't have to. One of the biggest problems with getting involved with people is simply because you can die, and injuries are not good. Our cat eats rats, by the way, so if you do have an unclean shelter and rats appear, the cat will eat them. So that's good. Being outside without a hazmat suit will probably get you radiation poisoning. So that's always a potential problem. All right, what do we got at the church? We've got pipe, a board, a hinge, a paint can. These are 2 things that we can recycle that we don't really care about right now. Okay, so we're at day 4. We should have rain in the next couple days. Now, one of the things you can actually do is also upgrade your tools. You can see here that it increases the rate at which the water filters filter out contamination, decreases the speed at which it breaks down, and increases the efficiency. The efficiency is really going to be important, especially as we go through the game. You also have to add fuel to your generator. You can see here that we've got 0.9 out of 2. And you can upgrade your generator as well to increase the amount of fuel and that sort of thing. You can upgrade your radio to actually scan frequencies and stuff at a shorter amount of time. So that's very important. Some other things that you can actually craft at a later point in time. Bunk beds, efficient toilets, excellent stoves, water condensers, larger freezers, motion detectors. Yeah, traps, we will get raided eventually. Coffee machines, even a tent. Binoculars. As of right now, we can also build lights if we had the stuff. One of the big things is we want to build the small freezer. But we'll also probably want to build things like spike traps, because we will eventually be attacked by raiders. So, of course, it wouldn't be a game without raiders. It wouldn't be an apocalyptic game without raiders, that's for sure. We actually don't need the paint can right now. Let's take the water instead. Now, the way to unlock more spaces when you're out traveling is actually to pick up things like satchels or rucksacks or large rucksacks. So that's really important that we do those. Okay, what do we got here? Anything else that really needs to be fixed right now? You can also turn lights off, which is helpful for preserving power. Actually not a bad idea. As it's dark, it actually takes less to, as you can see this, you can actually flip the switch. Doop, there you go. It uses less power that way. So that's not a bad thing to actually have done. But when it's light, things are actually fixed quicker. So what else do we got down here? Small house, the school. Yeah, that pharmacy is going to be extraordinarily important. So the big things that we need to find eventually are the pharmacy, a factory, and a hardware store. So we'll want to be searching for those as we go. Now, you can actually bring other survivors in. They have a loyalty bar instead of a trauma bar. And as their loyalty bar increases, eventually they will turn into a trauma bar, and those people will be loyal to you. Now, the unfortunate part about this is you can actually bring in psychopaths. Psychopaths will kill you, and they won't tell you when or how. And it's really, really not good. The plastic is going to be important here. We have a lot of wood. These are coffee beans. You can use them in the coffee machine that we don't currently have. Oh, we can take that. I think that's probably going to be good for this point in time. Let's go ahead and actually clean the shelter for now. And let's drink some water. And we do have 46 water. We should be okay for now, though. We could send our kids out if we really wanted to. Maybe send them out to the smaller areas and closer if we really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. I think after like 2 or 3 days, and the longer you wait, the more things actually appear in the locations. So that's good to know when you're doing stuff. I really hate that. You can also upgrade the doors, which make it harder for people to get in. Both doors can be upgraded individually. And like I said, it makes it harder for people to get in, for, you know, if you need to set traps and stuff like that, which inevitably, yes, you will. So that's also fantastic. Let's go ahead and fix the water filter. Yes, we do have some stuff that we can use to upgrade systems, but you may not want to just like jump in and upgrade systems if you want to do or create certain things. Let's see here. I can actually upgrade this entire thing. Yeah, so this allows you to support 6 people. This one decreases the breakdown, and this one increases the resistance to dust storms. And yes, dust storms actually cause a problem with O2. So, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so our adults are on the way back. And it should rain within 2 to 3 days of today. So let's just go ahead and do this. The cat makes noise. You cannot interact with the cat. Which seems kind of silly, but it's true. Once the parents get back, one of the things we can do is eventually is we can actually catch animals, which we'll want to do, because like I said, we'll want to get meat. Let's go ahead and drink some water for you. You're fine. Let's go ahead and let you sleep before everybody gets back. Alright, we got some more strangers that we have to approach. Now this is essentially the game, and I wanted to show this off because I've had a lot of fun with this game. Let's trade with this guy. No, he doesn't want to trade though. Well, we're just not having good luck with this, unfortunately. Let's see, we got some additional items that we can pick up. Another motor. The rope would be really useful. I think it'd actually be more useful than the nylon, believe it or not. We've got another light, but I think the nail is actually what we need to start with. So that should be good. Now you can see here we've got a lot of stuff in such a little amount of space, and that's going to be a big thing. It'll eventually happen is we have to really stuff stuff in here until we can get more of these shelter rooms. We're actually out of cement, which is something that we will need to get more of very soon. Not a problem. So I think the longest I've made this in this game has been like 30 something days. Ooh, look at that. We've got a strength out of a weakness. That is fantastic news. Let's go ahead and take my guys out to fix these. At this point, it would be a good idea to keep things as good as possible. All right. So here's all of our items. Let's go ahead and take all of those. Let's see, this guy, you need to eat. So let's go ahead and have him eat some food. She also needs to eat. Go ahead and do that. It's always risky when eating when your hygiene is that low. Hopefully he will not get food poisoning, which he did. Hoping she won't get food poisoning. Good, she didn't. Got really lucky there. Let's go ahead and actually send her out. I know she's tired, this should be fine. I do want to actually hit up that small pharmacy. Do we have enough? It's gonna be risky to send out for 22 and we don't have that much, but that should be fine. We're also low on masks, so we need to keep an eye out for that. But that'll be helpful because we still want to figure out if we can get some stuff. Hopefully it will rain soon. So, this is sheltered. This is pretty much it from what I can show off right at the moment. Let me load up a different game here real quick. Let's go ahead and exit here. And let me show you this one. This one I've been running a little bit longer. So we're a little low on water, which actually, that went away. We've been alive for quite a while, actually. And we actually have 2 additional people, actually. So here's Larry, and I believe we've got one more. Amanda is actually hanging out and doing some stuff outside. So that's actually really cool. Go ahead and have him get some water. Now I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 water butts in here, so that's actually really important. Let me actually move this one up here. That would actually make a lot more sense. And it looks like Amanda's found some stuff, so let's go ahead and grab everything. If you got the space, grab everything, and then you can always dump stuff later. So you might find some people that can trade or want to trade, which is always a good sign. Let's go ahead and have you use the toilet. When it rains, you kind of want to make sure you get your people all cleaned up because that's about the best time that you can, quite frankly. Let's go ahead and have you drink a thing of water here. And then, oh, I guess we don't need to. I guess the place is clean, so that's good. Let's go ahead and add some fuel. Yes, you could use a shower. Have you go outside and upgrade, or not upgrade, let's go fix the water filter. You can see that I've upgraded the water filter to have decontamination 1 and efficiency update 1, so that's really good. Alright, so, because I have so many people, Amanda and Larry are what I consider my, you know, useless people. Let's see here. So this person has anti-radiation tablets, a glass jar, and scrap pile. I don't think, oh, actually. Let's actually sell some of my tools to get those anti-radiation tablets. It ups your charisma if you actually get a correct trade. They both have hatchets. I think it's one of the best weapons, melee weapons, at the moment, so that's really good. I'm actually going to send out Douglas here. You can see here we have pharmacy, church, patrol station. Seeing as we got a small hardware store, a small pharmacy, and a small factory. And we really want to hit those places up if we can. I don't really care about the petrol stations. And it looks like we are now out of those. We actually have carry-on bags. Can I? Oh, I can't. Just equip one. We'll go ahead and equip that as well. So we actually need to make some more of those if possible. Now Larry just recently became loyal to us, so let's see, can we actually craft any of these? Yes, we can. So we were actually unlocked to level 3 here. So that's pretty cool. We got some stuff. We got comfy beds, good toilets. We do need to upgrade some stuff. For example, we need some wiring. What else was I going to upgrade? We do have quite a bit of food. Water has been our biggest problem recently. Oh, we need duct tape, lenses, and rubber to get to level 4. We do want to get to level 4 eventually so we can build the bunk beds and the efficient stuff so we use this water. The large water butt would be really helpful too. I don't think there's a water butt on this one. But they do have this rucksack that would be really important. So this is a really fun game. It's not anything terribly deep, but it's my type of game, so I mean, there's that. So let me know what you guys think of Sheltered. There's a few guides out there. There's actually not that many guides out there that I could find, which I thought was extraordinarily strange, but you know, I guess it's kind of like a whatever type of thing. It's a pretty difficult game to win from. I don't even know if there is a winning condition, in all honesty. But I do enjoy it, and I think it's a really cool game. So let me know what you think in the comments. Have you played it? Do you enjoy the game? Do you enjoy post-apocalyptic games like this? In all honesty, the dystopian worlds that we have been making up recently aren't as fun as like the really shiny future of like the Jetsons, as far as I'm concerned. I know that's due to like our current culture and the way things are going in the world, but I don't know, I just kind of wish it was more positive. A world like this just really isn't. Oh, that's a little stove right there, if you're wondering, that he's standing right next to. So let me know what you think. Have you played this game? Do you enjoy it? And I guess I'll see you next time.